departing Santiago for Finisterre and Muxia. About a 20k leg today, not too bad. There's a couple of hills towards the end. I'm just going to stop for some breakfast down near the pilgrim's office. So I've never actually departed Santiago on a Camino before. And the way we head to Finisterre is across the front of the Parador and straight down this hill. So I'm just going to swing off to the right because there's a rather nice bar there that does bacon and eggs for breakfast. And then we head out of town that way. You can see it's not far before we actually out of town and into the forest. So just before I leave Santiago, just in terms of directions, there is the road where I came down from in front of the Parador, and that's actually the police station. Excuse me. And down there is the pilgrim's office. It's a different entrance now. It's on this street, and they put out the QR code, and you can scan and book in and so on. And just here is a great cafe, the Canhado, great cafe for breakfast. And I just had breakfast with a guy who's just walked in from Le Puy. 2,000 kilometres. I can tell you he looks like it too. He looks very, very fit. A guy about my age, but very slim, very fit, very weathered looking. So let's get on with the next part of the walk. And we head off down to the right, heading for Finisterre. I'll just, as soon as I get up here, I'll check the map, get things running, and we'll be off. So within kind of 15 minutes of walking, we're almost out of Santiago. It's really nice this side of Santiago, isn't it? It's less developed. So we're out in the country, heading for the coast. Let's see where we end up. Another adventure begins. And now we're out into the countryside. One thing I've noticed immediately, there's a lot of people on this route. I've seen 10 people in the last 10 minutes. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it all pans out. It's nice to be with other people again, but I hope it doesn't get too busy on the path. This is very pleasant. I've only been walking an hour, and now we're out into this beautiful Galician countryside. And it really only took about 15 minutes to get out of the city, but this is very pleasant. There's a few people on the trail, but it's not too hard to keep a bit of separation if you want some peace. Let people go ahead, speed up a bit, all that usual stuff. Well, it's been a very pleasant walk so far out of Santiago to Negreira. I've got about 5k's to go, I think, a 20k day. A lot of it was road walking, but there was some nice walks through wooded land as well. We're just coming into a little village here. What's quite not unusual What's new for me, of course, is the number of cafes along the route. I'm not really used to that, but these cars come past. And yeah, I'm not used to really seeing an open cafe during the day at all. I've already passed 2 and there's probably one here. I've passed 3 open ones so far in 15 k's. So it's nice, you don't have to sort of carry too much water and snacks and stuff. You can just buy stuff as you're walking along. Getting a bit windy for video, I better turn it off. Just coming into Ponte Macera, which is I think about 5 k's from my end point for the day, which is Negreira. Oh, look at this. Nice view. That's very nice, isn't it? Oh wow, what's that place over there? It's amazing, isn't it? You can have a look down on the river on the other side. Now there's a nice view from that house. Now you look at some of these houses and wherever you live in the world, you kind of think, wow, that's 2, 3, 5 million worth back home. These people must be loaded. But I think what you find here is many of these houses have been in the same families for generations, if not hundreds of years. Oh, look at this, it's lovely. Another view down on the river. I'd to know what that place is. I'll have a look on the map. So we are coming into Negreira. Nice view off to the left just before we come into the town. Reasonable sized town, I think. The place where I'm staying is like an albergue, come hostel. We've got a whole variety of different accommodation types. So I've left my sleeping bag and some of my gear in Santiago to lighten my load, so I'm doing private rooms just for this last section. But, yeah, getting in at a reasonable hour, probably be there by 2:30, and go through the routine: washing, find some food, siesta, have a look around. Lots of places to stay here. The one I'm booked into is Albergue San Jose. It's got another sign down here, Pension Albergue San Jose. I booked these about a week ago and things were booking out. Wasn't anything available on booking.com, so I was sending WhatsApp messages to, I think it was 3 or 4 before I found one with a vacancy. So I think this week is probably quite busy because it's a local public holiday. So there's probably a lot of locals out walking. So actually, I'm doing this section to Finisterre and Muxia at a fairly leisurely pace in 6 days, 5 nights. So I actually booked all 5 nights because I know where I'm going, I know the distances I'm going to walk. So given that it's fairly busy, I thought I would just book it all up. Not quite sure what I'm going to do at the end. Depends. I've got a couple of options. I can either finish in Muxia and stay the night there, or I might get the bus back to Santiago, but I suspect I'll stay in Muxia. We'll see how it goes. This is the building that has the albergue and private rooms. So the albergue is along there on the ground floor, and my private room is actually a little apartment, which is, I think I've got a balcony. I haven't lifted the shutters yet, but I think that's mine on the corner. It's very comfortable.